Hey guys, welcome to the Nylon video series. I'm going to show you how to simply create a form and place that form onto a page. So let's get moving. Try to keep this as quick as possible. I'm in my WordPress dashboard. You'll notice after you activate the plugin, you can go to the Nylon tab and we're going to go to the form editor to create a form. I'm going to add a new form. And just to depict what form it is, I'm just going to call it new form. You can call it whatever you want. That's not going to show up on the front end. You'll see a lot of options here for the different fields. You can even add new fields if you'd like to, if you don't like the ones we have for the generic settings. With that said, let's go ahead and click the pencil icon to edit the email address field, which happens to be one of the required fields. You can see here the things you can edit, which you can add an icon. We're using the Font Awesome library. So let's see, I just want to throw a little person in there. The field name is email address. You can add a tooltip, which will show up on hover. Placeholder, so you just add email address. You can make it a required field, and you can submit that for the changes. Subscribe, this is the button. So you can say subscribe now if you don't like what we put. All this language is translatable. You just put what you want, it'll go to the front end. The text for in-page outside form button. So this would be if you have I'll show you when we get to that step, if you have the page on the actual button itself and not in the form that's on the page. And I know that's confusing, but let's just I'll use the same text. Okay, and for an icon, there's so many to choose from. It doesn't really matter. I was looking for the little launch icon. Here it is. Use that one, and we're going to save that. Form functionality, you have the ability to activate a download file upon the completion of the subscription. You can see here's text, the button text, and the URL to go to download. I'm not going to do any of that right now. Show agreements section. This is the typical license agreement text. I agree to receive the blah, blah, blah by subscribing to this website. You can check it by default. You can make it required. Here's that privacy agreement or whatever you want to link to. And these are also changeable as well. Policy link and terms. If you don't have those, then don't use them. They won't show up. Form style and layout. There's the basic default form, minimal email. You guys can play with these on your page. You'll notice when you do change those, other options appear. Like you can't do the in-page form and button or the lightbox with the minimal style horizontal layout. This is a top bar form, so meaning when you hit your button on your page, on the very top of your browser, a little bar will pop down with the information in it to subscribe. We're just going to do the button with the lightbox form for now. So to enable that, I need to actually click Basic Default Form, and we're going to do the lightbox button. Show icons next to form fields. I don't want to do that. Hide form field labels. Sure, we can hide those. I don't need those since we have a placeholder in our email field. Show image on the form. That is if we want to throw in a featured image on the top of the form. It's pretty cool if you have like a poster or a graphic design or an image you want to place up top to get their attention. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't have any images loaded and I don't really have anything ready to go on that for an image. Here's some effects we have loaded. They're just kind of add to the effect for the user experience. Nothing really crazy. Just a little bit of animation when it comes in and out. So we'll just go with, I don't know, super scale. And that is it for the settings for the form. So we're going to publish that form. You can see here on the right side, form ID is 19. That'll come in handy later once we go to put the form on the page. So let's go to Form Editor. And you'll see the new form that I created. Here's the shortcode for it. You can copy that now if you want to, or you can go to your page and you can add a new page or do whatever you want. I'm just going to click on Introduction page since I already have a page made, and you can see here some default content. You can put this in a visual composer, in a page builder, whatever you want to do. You can see a form that Sean had placed there earlier. If you delete, I'm going to delete that. Here's our add the Nylon shortcode generator. You can click on that, and you can choose from the new forms that we've created. So 19 was the one I just did, and you'll see after I select that, automatically the shortcode is generated in the bottom. Click it, inserts, and you're done. Hit update, and we're going to view that page. And really quickly, here's our button with the subscribe now I wrote for the text, the arrow or the little launch icon, we're going to subscribe, a little person next to the email address, placeholder, button, all these colors, everything, the effects are changeable. We do even have the option in the form editor, which I didn't really show, for an automatically timed pop-up subscription window. So when you visit the page with our shortcode on it, it will automatically pop up the subscription notice. It's kind of like those annoying ones you see when you go to a website and you just keep getting these pop-ups. Sometimes they work. If you need it, we gave you the option. I'm not going to test it because I do not have the form emails or anything set up. But you can see that's it, and we'll get some other videos with the email settings and the notifications and how to set those up next.